So let us take a look at backgrounds and borders in CSS. Backgrounds, these ones they're like the display, the background display of our page. Okay, so let's start with the most common background property, which is the background color, or call it the background. Okay, so for example, let us have here. For example, let us here we have our paragraph with the hello text here. Okay, so let us try to design. So for the paragraph, we are going to have the background color. No, let us use the body. Yeah, let us use the body. Okay, let us use the body. So let us target the body like that, and here we say the background color. There are two, background and background color, so we can use anyone we want. Okay, so background, then we set light blue. Okay, like that, and if we set it, you can see we get it. So you can use named colors, which are red, blue, green, like that, or hex codes, or RGB codes. Okay, or HSL values, or you can use transparent, or you can use transparent and current color. Okay, so you can also use the color is for the background of the text. It is just for the text. Okay, so let us take a look at the background images. How you can add the background images. How you can add images. So background here, if you want to say the background to contain an image, you just come the value you should use in the background property. Here you should use the URL function. This one takes in the name, okay, the name or the path, call it the path to the image. So here my image is found in the current folder that I'm in. You can add images found on the web. You just need to add here a link, okay, a link to that a URL to that image. Okay, so here it is right there, image2.png. so if I do that and I save, we get our image here. So if I do that, okay, we have image2, but it is not rendering. What is the problem? Okay, it is not rendering. Okay, so if it is not rendering, okay, so we can do something. Okay, so background size, let us add some few things here. So we can add the background size. Let us make it cover. Okay, we can add the position. So background position, let us give it the center like that, and if we save, we get something which is like this. Okay, we get something which is like this. So if we try to remove this one, I want to show you the use of the size, and we save, we get, so for the background size, and we specify cover, it is going to cover up all. Okay, and if we do that, it is going to cover up the entire page. Okay, like that. Okay, like that. So if we specify the center, okay, like that, the background position to center is going to center the image, our image, like that. It is going to center it on the page like that. Okay, so there is also another one we can use the background. There is this one, repeat. Okay, we can set it to no repeat, because here, as you can see, our background image, has been repeated in order to fully occupy all the screen. So the image has been repeated. Okay, so we can set the repeat to be to set it to no repeat, like that. And if we set it to no repeat, this background will inherit the default background. Okay, the default background. So we can even set another one. So for the background color, so we can set the color like that, the color to be aqua, and if we do that, the background color will be aqua. Okay, that color. Even if we set something like this, so you are going to see a difference between this one. So if you use the background, this one, the background, this one can set the image. Okay, the image. But if you want to set the color, you use this one, the color. Okay, that one, the color. okay, specifically. But most people use, if they want to set the background color, they either use the background or they use the background color. Okay, you should know that this one, the background color, you cannot use it to set images, background images. Okay, you should note that. Okay, so that is it. So with the hover, this one fills the element, this one the cover, that one fills the element, cropping if needed. It fills it and then it can crop if needed. Okay, and the position, that one centers the image. Okay, and the position centers the image. Okay, and the background repeat, no repeat, prevents what we call tealing. Okay, so let us see how we can add multiple backgrounds. So if we want to add multiple backgrounds, this is what you should do. Let us first delete all of these ones inside the body. Okay, we have only the paragraph and even our targeted body there. Okay, so what we can do is to use the background image, which is called the background image property. Okay, so background image, then we specify the linear gradient, then we want to right. Okay, to right, this is where the gradient will be put, to the right. Then here we need to specify the color, which is blue and yellow and red. Okay, red color. Then we put a comma, and after putting a comma, then we can put our image there. Okay, our image, and this image is in the current folder, which is and it is there called image2.png. Okay, like that. And if we save, we get something which is like this. Okay, something which is like this, and our image has not been is not shown. Okay, so what we should do, we should come here and specify some few other things here. So the background repeat, no repeat. Okay, and even the background there's even another one which is called the background position. Okay, the background position, background, let me just type it, background position. So the position that we want to do, we want to center, and even the cover, which is the background size. So the background size, we want set to cover, contain, want the cover. Okay, so after doing that, as you can see, we get our background image there. Okay, that's how we can use. So this is another background and this is another background. Okay, that's how we can use it. Or let us even, yeah, that's it, that's how we can use it. Okay, so let us take a look at the background gradients. This one, if you note, this one we have used the background gradient. Okay, and the gradients are super powerful and virtually appealing to the users, and nowadays people, developers have started using them. Okay, so this one, the background gradient, let us remove the image. And I explain it very well. Okay, the background gradient here, no, we don't want to cover, no repeat, no, we don't want. So we want to get all the background with that. Okay, so this one, this first one, the to right, this one, it is the direction to right. There is also to top. There is also the dig for degrees 45, like that, and many others. So there is this one, the second one. These ones, the colors. These ones are the colors. Here you can add. So let us add another one, yellow, like that. And if we put, we can get a yellow. Okay, yellow here. Also, we can add as many as we want. Okay, here we can add another one which is green, like that. And if we save, we get a green color there. We can add as many as we want. Okay, we can add as many as we want. There is also another one which is called the radio gradient. Okay, so let us look at the radio gradient. So for the radio gradient, it has few so we create it like this, radio gradient, and inside we should provide this one, before we continue, this one creates a circular or elliptical gradient. Yeah? So here we need to provide the shape, which is the circle, and then the colors, which is blue. I like using named colors, blue and yellow. I like using named colors, guys. So if we do that, we get something which is like this. Are you seeing it? They are somehow elliptical. As you can see, they are circular. As you can see, this blue, yeah, this blue color. Are you seeing this blue color? Is somehow elliptical, yeah, or circular. Yeah? Okay. So there is also another one, which is the repeating linear gradient. Okay, repeating linear gradient. We can also use this one. Okay. So for example, let us try to use it. Okay, and see if it is going to work. Okay, let us use the repeating linear gradient. There is also repeating radial gradient, but let us use the repeating linear gradient. Okay, so for this one it can take, so to for this one let us use the 45 deck, yeah? 45 deck, like that. And here we can specify the colors. Yeah? The first one, it is yellow, and here we can specify others. They can be these ones. We can specify blue, but these ones, they take even the size. For example, 10 pixel blue, 10 pixels, and also another one which is like green, and this green is of like 10 pixels, also 10 pixels, like that. If we do that, we get something which is like this. It is like in square form, like this one. 10 pixels, 10 pixels, 10 pixels, 10 pixels, 10 pixels, 45 deg. Okay, decrease. Okay, so we can do like this. So we can even specify that let it be a 90 deg, like that. As you can see, they're now 90. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, that's how it works. So there's also another one called the the background shorthand. If you don't want to write all those codes that we wrote, like these ones, let us go back. Okay, these ones, all of these ones, background, repeat, position. Okay, there is a shortcut you can use. So and that one is called the shorthand. Okay, the shorthand, and this one enables you to write all background properties in a single line. Okay, so this one, so if we have this one, let us remove this one. So if we do this, if we save like that, so let us provide some. So we want to center, like that. You can provide them. You want to center. Okay, then slash want to cover. Also no repeat, no repeat, no dash repeat, like that. Also you can provide even this one. So let us provide hashtag 333, yeah, like that. Let us set to that one, the color, that color. Okay, if we do that, we get here linear gradient. For this one, let us use the image. Okay, let us use the image, the URL. So URL will provide the path which is there. So if we do this, we are going to get our background image, but it is not being set. Let me look at what I've done. So here we are using background image. Okay, so let us change to background, like that. Let us change to background. If we change to background, you see we are getting the same things as we got the other time. So if we want to get the same using the other method, we can just specify here background repeat, background repeat, no repeat, and even background size, which is equals to what, cover. Then we can add the background position, position, which is to center. Okay, want to center, like that. So we are going to get the same output. So let us remove all these ones. Even the color can specify. So if we do that, we get that one. So let me specify some few things here. Let this one be the first, Ctrl X. So put it there. Okay, we get something like that. We get that one. So let us specify the background color, it was something like hashtag 333. Okay, so that one. So that's how we can achieve the same thing when we use the background shorthand. Okay, so let us look at the background attachment, and this one controls scroll behavior of the background. Okay, and this one creates the when we use the background attachment and we set it to fixed. The background attachment, it is a property. Okay, and we set it to fixed, and this one will create a parallax effect, and the background stays fixed while all the content scrolls. Okay, the background will stay fixed here while the background scrolls. Okay, you can use that one. We use it like we use it, the properties here, background attachment, and we set it to fixed like that. Here I don't have here, for example, here the background will be fixed. Okay, it will be fixed here. Okay, so let us move to another one, to another content. We have finished backgrounds. Let us go to borders. Okay, let us look at borders. Okay, so at the simplest level, let me show you how you can use borders. Okay, so here let us create a div. Let us create a div element here, and we give it text, which is hello. Okay, so let us remove these ones here. Let us remove these ones there. So if we save, we go back to normal. Okay, like that. So here we can target the div element, and here we can specify the border. So the border, this one is called shorthand, as we have seen. So shorthand, we use the pixels. This one, it is it is for the width here. Okay, and here we specify the style. Next is the style, which is solid, and the color, we want it to be black. Okay, we like black. Okay, so this is what we get. This is what we get on at the simplest level. Okay, we have many border styles. We have many border styles. We have groove, like this one. We have groove. Groove. It looks like this. And if we increase the pixels like 10 pixels like that, we get something like this. Groove. So we have many. There are many. So we can get them like this. We can. If you don't want to use this method, so we can go background, then you specify the style, you will get access to all of them. We have dashed, dotted, we have double groove, hidden, those ones. These ones are up to the up to hidden. Okay, they are there up to there. So border style. So this is the initial one, the border style hidden. This is the initial one. It is the one that is that comes with the border. Okay, when you don't specify the style. Okay, it is the one that comes with it. Okay, so there is also another one, which is the border width. Okay, there is the border width. You can specify this one. So for example, let me show you the border style hidden. So Ctrl Z, let us press Ctrl Z, border, those ones. So let us specify the border width here. Let us use only this one, border color, which is called black. Okay, so let us specify the border. Let us specify the style. Let us first put the border style equals to groove. Let us remain with groove. So let us specify here the width. So here for the width, we use border width to be equals to 1 px. Okay, 1 px. Here you are going to I'm going to show you here you can use what we call shorthand. So here we have this one, the first value. If you want to use the shorthand the first value is for the top, and the second, if you have ever heard about the table. Okay, the table T, which stands for TRBL. Okay, so the first one is the top, the second one, so 2 pixels, and this one, the next, which is the bottom, 3 pixels, and the left one, which is the 4. Let us set it to 4 pixels, and if we do that, we get something which is equivalent to this one. Okay, which is equivalent to this one. Okay, that's it. This is one called the shorthand way. Okay, shorthand way. Or you can specify them independently like this. So border width, border bottom left radius, there's this one, even yeah, like this one, yeah, even these ones, block inline start block, okay, image width, okay, block and width, okay. So width doesn't have it, there is only for radius, okay, for radius. I want to show this one like this, yeah, for radius, border width left radius, yeah, border bottom left width, yeah, but it is not there. So there is a border bottom left radius, okay. So we can also use these ones. The radius, this one, the radius, for the radius, it is just a rounded corners, they are just rounded corners. So for example, if we use the radius, okay, border radius, and we set it like we give it 10 pixels, 10 pixels, like that one. I think we are getting a rounded border, okay, like that, the border, a rounded border like that. So we can also specify for border bottom left radius, we set it to that. As you can see, this left one is now curved like that. We can also add the border top right, okay, top right radius, to set it to 10 pixels also, and we shall get something which is like this, yeah? So that's how we can use the radius, okay, the radius when we are setting individual corners, okay. So there is also the border image, okay, you can also add an image, okay. So for example, we can do like this. So in order to see our image, we are going to increase, I think, the size. We're going to increase the size, but let us add the border image like that. So border image, let us specify the URL, so it is there in the current folder. Then if we save, we get something which is equivalent to this, but let us increase the size. So border size, the border width, yeah, border width, let us set it to 40 pixels, like that one. So we shall get something which is like this, yeah? Which is like this, you will see, which is like this, So these are the borders, this is the border, okay, this is the border, okay. So that's how we can use it. Even we can set others, we can get the border width, so we can use the shorthand way like this. So border image, then here we give it 30, and here we give it round to be everywhere. So as you can see, it is now round, it is occupying all the border, and this slice, and this one slices the image into some parts and stretches them along the border, okay, stretches them along the border, and you should use it carefully. It is not supported in every use case, but it is powerful for designs, okay, most especially for heavy project, okay. You can also use transparent borders, and you can also use the background clip. There are many background options you can use, So if you have some background, so here I'm giving you about backgrounds, So we finished with the borders, okay, okay. So background, you can also use others, background size, a clip, position X, Y. So they are there, you can test them, okay. That is what you need to know, okay, about backgrounds and borders. Also, that is it, okay, that's it.